here, which is valvular defect, and that valve is called tricuspid valve. When you have tricuspid valve defect, can also lead to right-sided failure. So these are some of the causes. And somebody was trying to say this, that if you have left-sided failure could extend. I wanted to touch on here before we go here. Left-sided failure will also cause right-sided failure. There could be an extension to this side. So left-sided failure will cause what? Right-sided failure. So let's talk about the major clinical manifestations, such that when you get to the ward and you see a patient, heart failure patient, you can conclude that this is either left-sided, this is either right-sided. Or so what are the major, I'm saying major clinical manifestation? What are the major clinical manifestation of left-sided, of right-sided heart failure? Who can tell me?
So please, there's swelling in the lower extremities.
The swelling?
Yes, please.
Swelling of the lower extremities. Any other? The major?
So please, ascites.
Ascites. Any other? The major? Any other? Why are you telling me the major is swelling at the extremities and ascites?
Dyspnea.
The major is dyspnea. The major clinical manifestation of the right-sided. What is that? What is the major clinical manifestation of the right-sided?
Jugular venous retention.
Jugular venous retention. Jugular venous distension, or what? What is the major right-sided manifestation?
Please, there's an increase in the jugular venous pressure.
Increase in the jugular venous pressure. Any other? Any other? Such that if I go to the ward, clinically, I can say that this is a right-sided failure. This is a left-sided failure.
Fluid buildup.
Fluid buildup. So the major clinical manifestation, I wanted you to just tell me one or two words. The major clinical manifestation of the right-sided failure is the edema. Is the edema. So edema is the major clinical manifestation. And under the edema, you could have choletoascites, could to hepatomegaly, could lead to the extremity, could lead to. So it's the edema. And the why is the edema is that this is edema. So it could be peripheral edema. This is the major clinical manifestation of right-sided failure. So if you have this, blood is, if you consider the preload, blood is entering here. There's a failure here. This side cannot pump blood to the lungs. So what will happen is that there will be a backflow. I want to do it in a simple terms for you to appreciate it. This side is supposed to pump blood to the lungs, deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Because there's a failure here, this side cannot pump the blood. And what could happen is that there could be a backflow to the system. There will be a flow back to the system. And this flow will now cause the edema, the peripheral edema. Therefore, the right-sided failure will cause the peripheral edema. So anytime at the ward you see heart failure patient with these edematous, then the conclusion is that the patient is having right-sided failure. Take note, anytime you see heart failure patient with right-sided, heart failure patient with edematous, peripheral edema, then the conclusion is that the patient is having right-sided failure. Peripheral edema in heart failure points to right-sided failure. Let's move on to the left-sided. So the left-sided failure, this is the left-sided. When you're talking about the left-sided heart failure, and I'm asking about the cause. What are the causes? What could be some of the causes? So the left-sided failure, then we are talking about the failure here. What could be some of the causes of the left-sided failure? What are some of the causes? Is Hillary around?
No,
Hillary is not. Come again.
Hillary is not feeling well.
Hillary is sick. Okay, so what are some of the causes of the left-sided heart failure? This side, I'm talking about failure here. This side. What are some of the causes?
Valvular stenosis.
So valvular, when I say left-sided, then you have to be specific when you're talking about the valve. You get me? Please, do you get me?
Yes, sir.
When I was talking about right-sided, I mentioned the valve. Which valve did I mention?
Tricuspid.
So I'm talking about left-sided. Don't generalize it. When I'm talking about the general causes, then I could say, be careful about these small things. Exams, if you are asked to tell us the causes, some of the causes, and you are mentioning the valve, don't generalize the valve. It's left-sided, so mention the valve. So take it again.
Bicuspid valvular stenosis.
So we have mitral valve defects. So mitral valve stenosis. What again? So valve, mitral valve. Oh. What again? Mitral valve stenosis. What again? Hypertension can also cause that. Hurry up. Hypertension can cause
Arrhythmia.
what?
Arrhythmia.
Arrhythmia. Arrhythmia will cause that in general, but I want specific here. Arrhythmia will cause it. But I'm talking about left side. So try to think about if I'm talking about hypertension. Hypertension could cause due to increase in afterload. When you increase in afterload, when this side is pumping blood, then could this side has to use more force to push the blood out. So high BP could cause pressure on this side as a result of what? As a result of increased afterload. Here we're talking about the preload. Here we're talking about afterload. You can also talk about MI. MI here. So myocardial infarction affecting this side. Please, do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So what are? Tell me the major clinical manifestation of the left-sided. Major clinical. Please come again.
So please, you see the
Cough.
TN.
Major clinical manifestation.
Pulmonary edema.
So please,
the-
up there.
Come again. I'm hearing apnea.
Yes, please, with paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea.
You said apnea. The first I heard of first lady saying what? Saying pulmonary edema. So pulmonary edema. Can you explain how pulmonary edema is the major clinical manifestation? This pulmonary edema will lead to dyspnea, difficulty in breathing. This pulmonary edema will lead to what? Dyspnea. Can you explain how pulmonary edema could do that?
So there will be a buildup of fluid in the lungs. That will lead to the dyspnea.